Shout out to Boxing Bros UK. Cheers, bro. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. This is Boxing Bros UK here. I am a Hiss the Boss Chris. My co-host Andrew the Boxing Brain.
We're back.
We're back. Topic of the day is FABIO WARDLEY versus Joseph Parker. Ha.
Allegedly, final talks, I think.
Yeah.
David Higgins, Parker's manager, said that this was looking quite likely now.
Yeah, it really close to being signed now. Firstly, it's a hard fight for Fabio, but because he hasn't got the boxing experience, I think whoever he fights who's got a good boxing experience, it's always going to be a hard fight. But if he was ever going to fight Joseph Parker and hope to beat him, this is the time. Because he's been active, and Parker hasn't had a fight for nearly 2 years. So if he's ever going to beat Joseph Parker, he didn't look good in his last fight, but he went nearly 12 rounds. Was it 11 rounds Wardley went in his last fight?
Because we were at the Beterbiev, Bivol, Dubois, Parker presser, weren't we? And that was when he fought Bacoli. So when was that? That was that February?
Yeah.
He's had one, and that was, you can't even really call that a fight, can you? No. So when did he fight before that? So
it was Zhang. It was Zhang the year before, weren't it?
So he's been inactive for 2 years, which isn't ideal, is it? And you got by the time Cabiel gets a fight, it'll be a year. That's what's pissing me off with this heavyweight division at the moment. And we touched upon it off air. I hate it when things start to stagnate again. You got Cabiel chomping at the bit, right? The most fucking avoided heavyweight at the moment.
Yeah.
Right. Udik's was calling out everybody apart from Cabiel after Dubai. You got Parker waiting for his shot. You got Wardley, Hunter, Pulev, all these guys still. Like, come on, come on. We got all these active heavyweights wanting to go. You know.
I know.
I don't know about you, Chris, I will quickly go through the records. You know, because people like that sort of stuff. I mean, what is he? 30? He must be nearly 31 now, Wardley, and he 30, 31.
Yeah.
WBA interim 19-1. You know, obviously he was being beat every single round against Hoodie till he found that equaliser.
Yeah, but he still went the rounds. He's still experienced. He still went the rounds.
Exactly. Yeah. Molina, Gorman, Adelaide, Clark, Hooney, his best wins. Parker 33 now. WBO interim, as we know, 36-3, 24. Zhang, Bacoli, Wilder, last 3 fights. I can understand why it's been made, and with all the stuff going on, and he's the WBA interim versus the WBO interim. It's a good fight on paper probably for both. I've got quite strong opinions on this, Chris, and I don't know whether you agree with me, but I feel really strongly that Parker will win this. And I always want to back the British fighters, as you know. I always, with Boxing Bros UK, I'm always pro UK fighters. And I love Fabio. You've interviewed him. Lovely guy. Very, very articulate. Comes across well. I think the mobility Parker possesses, the experience, the level he's been at, the stamina. He's been 12 rounds, with top opponents as well. 12 rounds with Wilder, 12 rounds with AJ. Been there, done it. Adding a bit of power to his game, Chris. The matchup with Andy Lee looks good. Yeah, the inactivity, you're correct. 2 years is a lot of ring rust. But I think all of those advantages outside of power, that one-shot powers with Wardley, all the advantages are with Parker. I think this is really good matchmaker of Parker's side, but for Wardley, 70-30 Parker, Chris, is where I'm at.
Is that where you're going? Oh, wow.
70-30 in terms of a split. I'm
going to play a bit of devil's advocate.
Please do. Makes it interesting.
This is what I thought at first. I thought, fucking hell. Joseph Parker, ex-world champion.
Yeah.
He's beat Hughie Fury when Hughie Fury was actually, let's say, at his best before he started getting injured. He's fucking beat Zhang. He's beat Wilder. He's beat Andy Ruiz. Do you know what I mean? He's got some big names on his resume, like he's beat in the heavyweight division. He's got so much experience, great amateur pedigree. Just everything says that FABIO WARDLEY can't win, as we just seen when he boxed Hooney. And Parker probably hits a little bit harder than Hooney, and he's probably got a bit of a better chin. for
Yeah,
resistance.
no, definitely does.
Like for
Definitely.
getting knocked down and getting up. However, he's been very, very, very inactive. He's only had one round in like 2 years or something. And he does get hit.
Chris, is it? It's been
No,
really unfortunate.
It's not been his fault, but that he's only had one round. FABIO WARDLEY has been active. He's been fighting regularly. He just had a nice, good 12 rounds. So he's going to be more confident going into the. If he was going to beat Joseph Parker, this is the best time he's going to have a chance to beat him because of the inactivity, and he's been more active and he's got more experience. And Parker does get hit a lot. So if FABIO WARDLEY hits him, he's not like Zhang, where Zhang's quite slow and he hits you and he's not a closer. He don't close the show. If he hits you one time, he hits that hard, he'll knock you down. But when you get up, he doesn't finish you off because he's not got the he can't close the show. He's not fast enough to let the hands. It's all about timing with him. So he can't. So if you've just been hit, he's not going to time you coming in because you're going to be wary. But FABIO WARDLEY will finish you off. He will go Dragon Ball Z, Super Saiyan mode, and just start fucking windmilling and do everything he can to take you out. So I think I would say 60-40. I give FABIO WARDLEY a bigger chance because I do think if he hurts him, he can knock him out. And Parker does get hit and he does get put down. He got put down by Joyce. He got put down by Zhang. He's been put down a few times in his career. He's been put down by Dylan White. So he can get caught. And FABIO WARDLEY has mastered that. That is his one-trick pony, as he said. So I'm giving him a bigger chance. And if FABIO WARDLEY knocks him out, I wouldn't be surprised because I think this is the best chance he's got to knock him out because of Parker's inactivity.
I can see where you're going with that, and I think it's a fair argument to bring onto the table because I suppose if you look at Parker's losses, he got battered by slow Joyce, Joe Joyce, big slow Joyce.
That was a game plan problem. That was. He was fucking licking Fury's arse, training like Fury, eating whatever he wants. He put he weighed an extra stone over his normal fighting weight. I thought he could go in there and it'd give him more power. And he was slow, and he was just as slow as Joe, so he couldn't use that as an advantage, and he got himself fucking knocked out. That was a bad strategy, bad training camp, bad everything, that fight. That's
that probably didn't help. I remember that as well, whereas now he's put on about 15, 20 pounds of no junk, it looks like. It looks like his strength and conditioning's on point now. And
against Coley, he looked in awesome shape. I was actually going to pick him to beat Dubois. I really was. I was going to pick him to beat Dubois. I was feeling that way. Because he was looking in great shape. It
looks like, I mean, what did he come in for the Bacoli 262? But he looks solid. And it was always a difficult one with weight. But I think when you're a big man anyway, if you're naturally, I mean, a lot of these guys, Parker, Dubois, AJ, I mean, they probably walk around 240, 250 natural. Just their general, not peak training, peak strength training, but just naturally carry that sort of weight. So people put too much into it. Oh, is he going to slow down? And I read into everything, but 262, he's going to, even if it's muscle, it's going to slow him down. But if you're a 6'4", 6'5", natural 17 stone man, mate, 10, 20 pounds isn't a massive deal, Chris, is it? The way it would be for a lightweight. For lightweight, puts on 20 pounds. That's a lot of luggage to be carrying around for a small man, isn't it?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Sure.
But yeah, like you say, that was probably the wrong type of weight he was carrying in there against Joe Joyce. And also, Joe Joyce is a volume puncher, and if you're not in the best shape, you're being hit a lot because Joe Joyce throws a lot of punches. It ended up being a disaster. But you know, Parker's got great heart, isn't he, and a good chin, and I think with WARDLEY, he has got, I know people go, look, he's not a great boxer, his lack of amateur pedigree, you know, he hasn't got a great deal of experience in the pro ranks, but people almost talk about him like he's just this one-punch merchant, but he has got a good chin, he has got a great heart, he is a good athlete, you know, he's reasonably fast, and if he's managed to, another full camp with Ben Davidson, we spoke to Jamie TKV, and he's trying to add more to his arsenal, Chris. More IQ, thinking about things more. If he does catch Parker clean several times and gets Parker going, where let's say a scenario in the ring where it's a bit back and forth and Parker gets caught with something. He's up against the ropes trying to weather the storm. Wardley might just have a bit of success there, Chris, mightn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's definitely got a good chance of beating Parker now because of Parker's activity, his experience now. And let's not forget, Hooney was brought in short notice, really, weren't he? I think so. He was preparing for Miller. And then, so he had half a camp. And with someone who hasn't got the amateur background, he needs a full camp for every opponent, especially if they're a boxer mover. So I think him having a full camp with Ben Davison, sparring, working on fighting someone who's a good boxer, in sparring, week in, week out, game plan strategies with Ben Davison, we're going to see a better showing than we've seen against Hooney. Definitely.
Yeah. Maybe get Hooney in his camp.
Yeah, you never know. That would be a good shout, actually. No, I don't think Hooney. I won't trust Hooney. He's Australian. I don't trust him. I won't have him in the camp. No.
Oh, yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, they're from the same, same part of the world.
Just our palm cousins, family. Well, I don't know. I everything says Joseph Parker should win, but I'm giving Wardley a good chance of winning. And I might have a little flutter on him. I think, this is his time. Because of his age, his experience, and he's got to take this fight really, but it's not a good fight for him. I think he could have took one more learning fight. Could have fought one more good boxer who's not that great, someone like a Wallin or something like that. Where he can practice fighting boxers and moving around the ring and pacing through the rounds. Where he's not that good.
I thought I'm with you on that one. I just wonder whether, look, he's eager, obviously. He's eager to, I know he is, he's eager to sort of progress on. But I would have thought, maybe say an Ajagba or Frank Sanchez, who's quite mobile.
Yeah.
Someone that. Even maybe, I don't know, an Andy Ruiz. Well, I don't know what's going on with him. I know he's back in training. Something like that maybe once more before getting in there with someone like Parker. But Father Time waits for no man. Sometimes in life, Chris, same with all of us, you have to take your opportunities where they present themselves. And if he does get a massive win, it'd be the biggest win of his career.
Yeah.
His what do you call it? His market value, his stock will go right up.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you, if he wins this, it'll be him and Moses. Moses is going to have to get a new trainer. We'll have to get a new trainer. Him and Moses for the title. Imagine, it could be.
Both in the same camp, though, aren't they, Moses and Fab? I'd imagine they know each other quite well.
Yeah.
Stylistically, Fabio looks all wrong for Moses for me, but I don't know. In sparring, Fabio might get some success. I don't know. I doubt it.
Yeah, we don't know.
Let us know in the comments. Who are you going with it?
Like and subscribe.
Who do you see? Who do you see? Share the video. Help us out. Subscribe. We're surging on to 1,000 now, folks.
Yeah.
So
like and subscribe.